Oh, wait. I need to not open grip yet. Or the idiot's gonna default to the wrong controller. Whoops. This should cover it. Why didn't it change the thumbnail? Why didn't it change the thumbnail? How you doing, bub boy?
Hey, months.
Yeah, fucking hand reveal, dude. Let me put my keyboard up here. This thing's driving me crazy. Ugh. Here we go. We got a desk. Keyboard reveal. You've seen this keyboard? Ah, YouTube chat has been connected successfully. We won't see it on stream because that's against the rules and because I don't feel like setting that up. That's actually the main reason. Oh, I should not have left the tea bag in. This is going to be strong. It is, isn't it? Oh. Holy fuck. Yeah, that tea's strong. Whew. Yeah, I can't show them, but I will be able to see them. Although no one said anything yet, I'm gonna give a kissy face. Anyway. Y'all catch the announcement and see why we're doing this? I know, that is silly. I saw that... again. This bastard right here is only $15 right now. New! $15! Yeah. No, you got an email. Oh, I did a Discord announcement talking about how this guy is on sale for $15, and if anyone who actually enjoys Xbox controllers uses them basically exclusively on PC and really only cares about using them wired, damn, that's a good deal. Does it even work? It sort of. Let me show what the problem is. Oh, yeah, so you're looking. Oh, you found it. Good job. We're about to see why it's not a good job in a moment here. See, now it is working wirelessly. There is a battery in here. But think of this as a wired controller, and I'm going to show you why. Let's change it over here, and you guys can join me on my desktop. So we'll go into the library here. Wait, not the library. I want my controllers. What am I doing? I'm too tired for this. There it is. All right, so check it out. Oh, look at that. I've actually got good response time even. Like, it's all right. Problem. Okay, we'll just set up device inputs then. Super easy. It literally looks just like it. ABXY. Did I do that too fast? Up Up, down. That might be doing a little quick for the guy. And... oh. Yeah, I don't know why, but wirelessly, the triggers don't work. Everything else does. But I don't know how Atari screwed this up, but the triggers don't work on Bluetooth. Unless you're actually using Atari OS. Huh? Is there a way to fix that? No. Because I was using this thing on Linux where I can actually, get exactly the readout that it's giving. Like on Windows, it's not seeing anything. No matter what gamepad tester I'm using, no matter what device it is, nothing. On Linux, the triggers are bound to up and down on the camera stick. So if you do manage to bind them, it's going to move your camera up. Because for some reason they're tied together unless it's on Atari OS. I'm sure since it works on the VCS on Atari OS, there's a way to fix it, but I don't think there's enough people that use this to care. So we are going instead to grab its fucking generously long cable. I mean, that shit goes. That goes, don't it? And we are going to just plug her in. And then we hold this down for 5 seconds, like both these buttons, start and select, until it flashes. Now that's PC mode. Oh, when you come back from the ad break, do let me know what you missed. But anyway, now that we have done that, Atari game controller. Okay, let's try it again. A, B, X, Y. What? Are you on Bluetooth? You little stinker. Were you still on Bluetooth? Xbox 360 controller, that's more like it. And, oh, not only are the triggers working, but they're analog too. A, B, X, Y, whoa, look at that. Shoulder buttons. And yeah, that's everything. So that's why I did the announcement, because so long as you've got it plugged in, you just hold the start and select buttons, you hold them together for 5 seconds, it'll flash and the logo will turn off, and then suddenly it's a wired Xbox 360 controller. Now, as a Bluetooth controller, that seems like a scam. The triggers don't work right. As a wired Xbox 360 controller, $15 ain't bad. Right? So that's why I wanted to let everyone know and be aware that this thing is only $15 right now, because wait a minute, that's actually a good deal. And now let me, I think I've got a 360 controller to compare it to. And obviously, I guess if you're not using the triggers, if you're just like playing Super Nintendo, you don't really need it to be wired. But here's the dumb fuck, right? Let me go ahead and get this keyboard out of the way for a moment. But is it better than a 2600 controller? Easily. Anyway. Yeah, here's everyone's absolute love. Everyone's favorite. The piece of shit Xbox 360 controller. I'm just mad at this one because it fucking cuts like my knuckles because of this battery pack. Maybe it's because I have a white battery pack on it and the build tolerance is fucking garbage. But it's also because it's just a bad design. Oh, it's so sharp. Anyway, I hate the wireless ones. But ignoring this uncomfortable battery pack on the back, which, I mean, I'll try to ignore it. In terms of the shape of the thing, well, if this stupid thing wasn't here, I can kind of get where the comfort's coming from, right? I'm just really trying to ignore that being there. But, obviously they've got a pretty similar profile, don't you think? I mean, we've got like a dip up here, and this is just solid. It's like whatever. If I had to be honest, right? This is better. Like, straight up. Let's go over the things one at a time, right? One of my favorite things about the 360 controller is actually the face buttons. Dude, can we have like glossy resin buttons back, please? Like, ooh. Give me those buttons. Just, please, just put them in the right place, you know? Blame the white one, you can lie to yourself. No, it's just a bad design. God, you feel that? Now that's cutting away at my knuckles under there. That sucks. But let's say we're holding it normal, right? Let's say we're playing like a platformer, we got both our thumbs on the top. And then we can like reach down here if we need to. Does this look classic? This looks like your good old classic 360 controller. You know, one of the things that I don't like about most controllers, and this is not just the 360 controller, this is like every controller except for two that I own. Every controller except for two. What I don't like is the need to like hold controllers like this, the old like PlayStation style. If you're going to be like doing a racing game like Grip, and you're going to constantly be using both of the pedals, but you also need to fire the items or do your boost and e-brake, right? It's more comfortable to hold it like this, but I hate letting up on the throttle to fire a weapon, because there's like no way to hit it. Okay, hear me out. I'm going to put this right in the camera here so you guys can see this, right? Pushing them compressed, and I can't really push them in up here the way that these like hinges are designed. It has to be down here. So my fingers are here. Can't really... I can't reach the bumpers. They're just... They're like curved in a way that's just like... They're not there. They're not there. If only there was a way that your knuckle could like bump into it for like your hand here. If only your finger could bump into it from the side, yeah? Now check this out. Are you seeing that? You can hit the bumpers on this controller while you're holding the triggers down. I only have two controllers that can do that, and this is one of them. I really like that. I know, it's so good. It's so good. Anyway, remember how I was just complimenting these buttons because I like that they're, you know, glossy? Look at that. Hey. Hey, that's not bad. They actually stick up a little bit taller than a 360 controller. Sticks, they are a lot smoother. They're a lot smoother, and the grip is a lot better. Because the ring that goes around them is really good, and it has like this like grippy little almost sandpaper texture on the sides. So if you're just pushing it in, you're not gonna like have your thumb slip off of it. So sticks are better, buttons are about the same, bumpers are better, and the D-pad, surprisingly responsive. Do I even need to say it about the 360 D-pad? I don't think I do. So I wasn't kidding in my post. This isn't just like Xbox hate, legit. I genuinely believe that this third-party controller that can't even figure out its Bluetooth right is actually a better Xbox 360 controller than an Xbox 360 controller. But let's put it to the test. Dude, yeah. A lot of my controllers, I've been having that too. It's not just you. Steam keeps breaking a lot of older controllers because they're going through it and changing how their Steam input works. $15 new, and it comes with the cable. Yeah. Dude, I'm gonna be real. With the length of this USB cable, this cable alone is probably half the price of the controller. So long as the controller comes with the cable, this is more like a $7 controller. And dude, it's solid. No creaking, no nothing. Like, huh? I actually don't believe it, because literally, like, the worst controller that I've ever owned is its other controller. If I were to pull up on this, I would break the stick. It just comes out, and you see it's covered in dust. I don't use this thing because it's such a piece of shit. I hate this controller. It's made by the same guys who made this. These are from the same production company, Power A. How is this the worst controller I own, and this is the best Xbox controller I own? And it's the same fucking production. What? Although, if you want to have a real funny... I actually have been thinking about playing Minecraft with this thing. Because it should work in theory. But that's a subject for another day. Let's focus on the $15 or $7 controller at hand. Power A has real quality issues. I got 2 controllers from them. One is great, and the other had stick drift out of the box. Yup, basically all Power A controllers have stick drift out of the box. Hey, you know what? We should see what the stick drift is on this thing, because I have been using it. Oh yeah, I don't need my Bluetooth open anymore. Steam, settings, controller. We would calibrate it, yeah? Calibration and advanced settings. That's generous. Yeah, can you back that up? Press Y to begin joystick dead zone test. I did hit Y, didn't I? Hello? Why? Why, you dumb fuck? Why aren't you testing it? Am I on the wrong... Huh? Steam. No, it's there. Is there Rumble? Oh, there is! Oh! Wait, that feels good. Wait a minute. That's a really good feeling rumble. Okay, well, can I test the fucking joystick settings, though, Steam? Please? Left joystick. Y to test. Why aren't you working? What? Hello? What do you say we try big picture, huh? Okay, settings. System. Oh, I'm not doing a client update. I'm doing something right now. Calibration in advanced settings. Okay, joystick. Press Y to test the dead zone. Okay, why don't we try the right joystick then? Press Y to test the dead zone. So, Steam's not working. Fantastic. Well, why don't we go ahead and just get grip going? We'll push the sticks a little bit and see if there's any drift in game, huh? Where's my desktop? Oh, there it is. Anyway. Can I copy widget? Here, copy. That way I can open grip and see it. Yeah, that's a huge dead zone. No, well, the stick, no, it was reading the sticks. I think Steam is just fucked. Hang on. We'll open grip. I'll grab my keyboard. Oh, and I gotta do the ritual of circle the D-pad around and then, like, tap a button. And hopefully, then clicking into the game will... You did not register the controller. Okay. Let's try that again. Alright, spam click while circling the D-pad. That does it. You're on Linux, right? Bazite, if I remember correctly, I believe it has a controller input app installed. I am not on Bazite currently. I am on Windows. That's what I'm streaming from. Is that flippin' Netscape Navigator? Technically, it's Firefox, but Firefox and Netscape 9 were both the same, like, Mozilla suite, so matter of fact, Firefox was the rebranding of Netscape Navigator, so it wouldn't sound so archaic. So if you ever wondered what happened to Netscape Navigator, you've probably been using it. Although I would argue that WaterFox is more like Netscape Navigator, given that it still has some legacy features. Anyway, let's go ahead and game capture grip. Okay, that's working. I just need to get my chat up here. There we go. Now I can see everybody. Clear as day. Have a good one, mate. Okay, everything's set up and looking good. It's gonna be on GameCube controls, so let's just go in like Carcore or something and just, you know what? No. Well, yeah, we'll just do the drag strip. How you doing, Lightning Blaze 420? Oh, it's so loud. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, was that loud? Holy fuck. Why was the music so loud? I guess we can have it there. Okay, let's see if it's got any drift. Well, it kind of looks like the game is not appreciating going at 8 miles an hour. Doesn't seem like it does. Well, the analog certainly works. Let's see if we can get a line. Oh, getting it to line up straight is gonna be difficult, isn't it? Oh, almost. It is listening. Look at the little motions it's making. There we go. It is pulling a little bit to the left, but that dead zone was only 2,000. We could raise that. Besides, that could just be the car. I wish we had an actual joystick tester. Why don't we crank the settings and get this thing going in hyperspeed? Gotta remember that B is over here on the stupid Xbox layout. Atari, I don't think even your own controllers used this layout back then. God, look at how I have to bend my thumb to hit A. That right there, that's why I don't like Xbox. Classic race. Let's see, we got wild hyperspeed, and we could go to... Aren't these the bumpers? Oh no, I'm thinking GameCube. It's the triggers. Sorry, on GameCube it's both. Ooh, should we start with the edge? Maybe I should get used to the controller first. You know what about Mindbender? I might actually regret this. That's kind of a difficult track also. Wow, the stick is very sensitive. There's a car at Huffman. Whoa! There's me able to hit that bumper without taking my finger off accelerate. Oh, fuck. Wait, I want to hit... Oh, no, it's on GameCube layout. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. That's the problem. Right, on GameCube, X is on the left, or no, the right. We might have to change the controls real quick. Hang on, can we do that live in the game? I think we can. Let's have... And then you need to be X. And save, and... So then this will be boost. Aw, wait, where's B? It's over here! Dude, can you tell I don't use Xbox layouts? Oh, you didn't miss much. We're just fucking around. I'm trying to get accustomed to it. I'm really used to a different controller in this game. I'm gonna have to get used to the fact that I actually am firing the weapons with the bumpers like it's intended. I got so used to GameCube. Dang, I'm going too quick. Too fast, too quick. No, see, I just tried to hit it. Maybe I should swap it. Here, let's try that. Since I'm used to firing the weapons from these two buttons, why don't we go ahead and make... Here, use pick up right is going to be Y, and this is going to be X. Handbrake is going to be left bumper. That sounds about right. And then boost should be... Where is boost? Right bumper. That sounds good. Let's try that again. So you gotta remember, on GameCube, X is over here, not over here. But this should be the layout I'm used to. I had such a good lap, too. I was locked in for a moment there. Whoa! May need a little more brake. Why is B over here? That's so weird. They're lifting me off the track! Well, at least I got him, too. Oh, I shouldn't have tried to dip for that. Oh, it missed. Okay, we take those. I've got a really bad idea. Oh, this is... Oh, why do I keep doing that? Oh my god. Well, here's the bad idea. Aw, yeah, it was a bad idea. Do you see me always reaching on this side for B where it should be? It's really starting to mess me up. There it was again, and I like roll my thumb over it, and it's literally in the worst possible place. That's not this controller's fault, though. That's just Xbox. Well, actually, I guess it is this controller's fault for choosing to follow Xbox. only the objectively wrong way to have your controller laid out. Where should B be? Either on the bottom or on the left. But on the right, what is it doing there? Oh, see, I just tried to respawn instead of doing my item. At least there's only one guy in front. Oh wait, no, that's... Oh! I had it over A, and then I despawned myself thinking, Well, I got him. Oh no, I got one of them, not the one. There I am rolling my thumb over it again, because B is not where it should be! Ah! No! I was doing well until... Oh. Until I started trying to use this layout. Man, this rumble feels great, by the way. It's like not overbearing, but it's really like prominent. I kind of wish my gyro controllers had a rumble like this, because it wouldn't shake it too much. Man. Oh, why is X over here? Let me explain. Let me explain, okay? There's a couple controllers that I use, and this is where I'm fucking confused. There's a few. I'm gonna pull it up. Well, I mean, it's doing the thing. It's doing fine. It's just, I don't like this button layout. Let me show. There's a few ways to have it. Yeah. Oh, stepping on my cable. We've got... Let me grab the 3 controllers I've been using the most. Haha. You guys get to see my current 3 most used controllers, and then the Atari. Here, you're being pulled. You get me over here. Okay, so this layout, A, B, X, Y, that's fucking weird. Let me show you why. First of all, classic Nintendo layout, A, B, X, Y. B button is on the bottom, not on the right. It's down here. That's one way to do it. Alternatively, we've got the superior layout, where B is all the way here on the bottom left, not the right. That's X. That is a weird place for X, though. I will concede that is a weird place for X. Or is it? Because I've also been using this, where A is on the bottom. That's not too much of an issue, is A on the bottom like the Xbox, but yet again, B is on the left, not the right. And this one's weird. So it's like A, B, C up, down, left, right, but that's not how games are going to see it. How they see it is A, B, X. Hey, we've got another contender for X on the right, and Y. So on all 3 of my most used controllers, there's some commonality here, right? B is on the bottom, and then 2 of them have it on the bottom left. But all of them, X, Y, X, Y, X, Y. X is more on the right. So now do you understand why when I touch an Xbox controller, I'm just all backwards? Because what? They're doing the Sega thing, but sideways, where it's like A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And Sega tilted theirs so that, like, you know, your thumb would be more comfortable going A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And fun fact, that is how the Xbox layout was born. I'm not kidding. If you go down the rabbit hole and look up the history, this is rotated sideways. It was just like with a 6-button controller. I don't have one that's labeled A, B, X, and Y, but I've got this guy. This is a prototype Xbox controller, or not this exact one, but well, kind of. They literally just they painted the shell black and put an X on it, and this was the prototype Xbox controller. And what we had here was A, B, C, X, Y, Z, just like the Sega one. And on here, you can tell it's kind of flat, but just a little bit tilted. But if you get rid of these two here, oh, well, there's that diamond shape. Move that to the bottom and this stick up here, and what happened? It ended up with A on the bottom, but technically, A is on the left. It's just rotated sideways. So, Xbox fans, when you tell me my layout is wrong, yours is wrong. B is not supposed to be on the fucking right. B is actually in the middle, on the bottom. Bottom middle is B. We need to bring back C and Z buttons. So, agree. But nothing's going to support them. I have a different approach. I am using the C and Z buttons to replace left stick and right stick click, because these sticks do not click in. And they are so much nicer. Especially when it's something stupid like when you have to keep tapping the sprint to make sure you're doing it right, like fucking Helldivers. Oh my god, it hurts my thumb, man. Nah. Tap sprint. Do that for Minecraft, do that for Deep Rock. I would not recommend playing Helldivers or Deep Rock with this controller, given that those games very much want a gyroscope, but you could. Are you setting the controls to be based on the label on the button and not the physical location? Yeah. Well, I didn't set it. I actually just, it had its default setup automatically. It does bother me, though, when I look down at the controller and then I see, like, A, B, X, Y in the wrong positions. I wish I could swap these buttons around, but I can't. Which is why I appreciate ones that either, like, you know, are just, like, symbols. Don't say shit on the buttons themselves. They're actually just printed on the controller if you so need them. Or the most based approach, just have them numbered. Okay. Because I'm not going to register. I'm not going to think in my brain, oh, press the 5 button. You know? Maybe shoving a gyroscope in there could be the next project. So as it turns out, this junk box controller is actually extremely rare, and I do not want to hurt it more than I already have by accidentally disconnecting the battery pack. But that's okay. I can't get the Rumble working anyway. I would need drivers that stopped being supported back in Windows Millennium Edition. I use a PlayStation controller, and I couldn't tell you which label has what symbol. That depends on what country you're in. They're actually different. In the country of origin, in Japan, circle is A and X is B, which makes a lot of sense because, like, A is usually accept and B is decline. So the circle being accept, that's literally what the symbol is usually used for, circle being accept, and X is decline, you know, like no. Yeah, that makes sense. And then I think X would be triangle, and then Y would be square. And I don't think that really means anything. I think that's just where they happen to lie. But if you're in the US, it's going to be the complete opposite. It's going to be like the Xbox layout, where for some reason X is accept. Huh? Circles decline. Oh, God. Y is triangle. And then square is X. Why isn't X X if you're going to be weird about it? PlayStation. Just PlayStation things. Anyway, now that I have explained myself, let's see if I can actually do the edge with it. Because maybe if I'm not getting shot at as much, it won't matter. Well, I'm gonna put these back. I actually got a PlayStation controller over here collecting dust because it's drifting so bad it's basically unusable. But anyway, back to working with this guy. Oh. The triggers feel really good. I could probably, like, drive this for ages. If I was forced to use a generic controller, well, honestly, if I was forced to use a generic controller, I'd probably just stop playing grip. But if I was forced to use a generic controller for some reason I was not allowed to stop playing grip, I'd probably fuck with this. I mean, it's already got a good layout for it. You know, you're not going to be using the camera stick that much. Neither are you going to be using the D-pad. Gosh, the stick is sensitive, though. Ooh. That is certainly one way to avoid crashing. Aw, you butt. Do we have the momentum to make it up the hill? We do. Oh, I almost got 2 for 1. Oh, guess we're going on this course. Probably not a good idea to... Whoa! And there I go shooting again because I thought B was going to be on that side. It's not gonna work. Why are they only shooting me? Did I put them on lethal by accident? Oh, someone hit me. They're only shooting me! I'm gonna get him in time. Fuck! Almost! Hey, that was a lot better. What do you think? Under the assumption that this controller probably is selling for realistically like $7 in manufacturing, maybe even less. Fuck, that's the wrong button. That's Nintendo layout speaking to me. Aw, grabbed the wrong side. Yep, shield, mate. You know what? I think I would rather sacrifice some speed to charge this up. Unless that happens. Oof. Oh, now that is what hitting the bumpers can do for you while you're holding the trigger. Catch him! Oh, if only I had one firestorm! Fuck! I mean, we could try something very risky on a controller I'm not used to. Oh, there it is. Woo! So we've got very touchy sticks. A very light vehicle. The highest speed. Launch control engaged. I want to Oh, it's literally better just to respawn if you've been hit. Imagine parallel parking this thing. Yeah, this thing's huge. It's not gonna hit in time, is it?
Hello there.
Hello there. Why does the music sound like Smash Mouth? That was Smash Mouth, you uncultured swine! They have more than one song! Believe it or not. Oh no, man, I'm starting to get accustomed to it. Oh, they really screw me over on Haze. Let's try Haze. You know what's great? They have rubber at the end of the trigger stop, so that when you slam down the trigger like I'm doing to hit the like the turbo or whatever the fuck you want to call the boost, launch control I think is what it's called. They have rubber at the end of it, so like It's not squishy, but it makes it so you don't hurt your finger doing that. Which is why I'm hitting it pretty hard. Because I can. Crud. Hang on. Oh. Wait a minute. Why did it... Wait. Back that up. You guys saw that? I tilted my stick because I was going backwards. I tilted it to the left so that I would turn right, and it turned left. What? The controls were reversed. I'm going in reverse. I don't want to... That's dumb. That's really dumb. Oh my goodness. Oh, what the fuck? Wow. Man, I told you the NPCs screw you on this one. He had two of them, apparently. Hey, so I love you, buddy, but you always stream some of my favorite stuff like an hour before I need to go to bed. And then I cannot read the rest of that comment because I am driving. I'm sorry. I like being up at night. Besides just like an impromptu, like out of nowhere stream. Anyone else taken back to their childhood with this song? Oh, they only shoot me! Oh, you staying up to watch? I gotta outrun it, I gotta outrun it, I gotta outrun it. I gotta outrun it, I gotta outrun it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Extra height. That shooting tilting down and shooting the spikes to give me a little upward boost to clear that. Ah! That was so clutch. That was so clutch. Wow. I think at this point I have proven how good this controller can be when you're using it wired, but maybe we do a really big mistake. 900 IQ pro gamer move. Oh. There's a manufacturing defect on my stick. Almost wiped out, but I saved it by tapping the E-brake, which I can do on this controller. Even though it's not a GameCube controller, it doesn't have dual stage triggers, this one can do it just because I can reach the bumper. Is it any substitute for dual stage triggers? No. But if you can't find a good controller with dual stage triggers, which is pretty fucking hard, hey, this is 15 bucks. What even has dual stage triggers other than GameCube and the Steam controller? But only the original Steam controller. Also, the response time, as you just saw there, is fucking good, actually. Which I'd imagine it should be for a wired controller, but hey. I've seen wired controllers that aren't. You fucker. I'm shooting you back. Yeah, what do you think of that? Stupid head. Oh my god, I cannot turn around in here. Is this a Nickelback remix? It is. Did you just get down, Mr. President, him? Oh, you didn't. Okay, he didn't. He actually didn't. Okay, if it can do this track, it's good. It's actually good. I'm keeping it. Yeah. Look at that. Okay, but actually, now I'm curious. Because I asked that earlier. Other than the Steam controller and a GameCube controller. Oh, there is a third. Wait. There is a third controller with dual stage triggers, but it has to be an old one. Hang on. Ladies and gentlemen, do you remember the Wii Classic controller? Look, these are analog, and click. And no, they never use that on the Wii. Nothing uses that. It can do it, but not on the console it was built for. What do you think of that? And no, there aren't Wii U games that use it either. Because by the time the Wii U came out, Nintendo had lost the lawsuit on how they got their analog triggers to work. And then they were in the middle of an appeal. So they just don't have them. They don't use them. They got that appeal eventually. And that's probably the only reason they still make GameCube controllers every now and then. Oh my, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, I actually got it working on Bazite on my retro computer in the basement, and they work. They work really well. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world, but it is basically a GameCube controller that has a start and that has a home and select button. Oh, and a second Z button. And yes, it does register as a second input. You guys aren't ready to hear this. You guys aren't ready to hear that in terms of functionality, this is technically better than a GameCube controller. It's just the form factor ain't there. They had this idea that because of those dual stage triggers, they were going to let the Wii Classic controller be used on like GameCube games. That never happened. I wonder if there's a way to make an adapter to make that work. I don't know. You guys want another fun fact, by the way? Did you know that you can plug in the Wii Classic controller to the SNES Classic, and hitting the home button actually acts as the reset button and brings you back to the home menu? The SNES Classic controllers don't have a home button. You have to get up and physically press the reset switch. Unless you're using a Wii Classic controller, in which case you can just keep sitting on the couch and just go back to your menu. What do you think of that? Let's go for a leisurely drive on Sat Coast. I played Minecraft on the Wii U with that. Although most of the time, since they didn't use it anyway, I used the classic controller that came with GoldenEye, which was way more comfortable and had a better layout. Although, it doesn't have dual stage triggers, and they're not analog. So not only is it missing analog, but technically, the Classic Pro controller is actually missing 2 buttons. Why do I keep flipping? Oh yeah, because it's this fucking car. Fuck. Man, I miss the correspondence. I have a lot of the music in another playlist. I just don't have a lot of it in grip because, well, not a lot of it really fits grip. Wait, I just stepped out of my head for a moment. Did I just reach the D-pad with my fucking right thumb? These controllers are weird. The Joy-Con. Oh, a modern controller that's intended for left-handed use? Define modern. It's too good to be true. I wonder if I can avoid it in here. Oof. Well, sorta. How did you get ahead of me, sir? Oh. Wait a minute. He's not. Yes, there are left-handed controllers. There's ambidextrous controllers. Was it the 3DO? Hang on. Was it the 3DO? Now you got me curious. No, it wasn't the 3DO. Oh yeah, I should probably have that up on stream, shouldn't I? No, if it wasn't the 3DO, then it was the... Oh! Yes, yes, it was the Philips CDI. That's what it was. Is that a good size image? That is a good size image. Alright, so check it. See how this says like 1 or 2? And then it's like 2, and then you've got like 1 on the bottom and 1 up here. See, this controller, it has like a switch on it. I don't know if that's that there. Depending on which handedness you want to have. So if you want to have the D-pad on the right and the face buttons on the left, you just flip the switch and turn the controller upside down, and that'll invert the D-pad and change the way the button orientation is. I don't know if the Philips CDI really counts as a modern controller. I thought most controllers were ambidextrous. No. Not if you wanted the D-pad on the right. I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe we can figure something out. I do know a lot of obscure controllers. I suppose. What do you need the left-handed controller for? Like, is it for a console or just on PC? Because with the idea of the Philips CDI, I wonder if, since Steam Input has you bind all the shit, would it be possible to, like, here, let me get my, do I have my camera? Yeah. I wonder if it would be possible to, like, since it says, oh, press up, down, left, right, what if you just took one of these Wii Classic controllers and held it upside down? And then, like, you know, bound the sticks, like, up, down, left, right, and all that. And then you can, like, you know, play the game like this. Right? It's kind of strange looking, but it's basically just a Super Nintendo controller with a couple sticks at the top. Would you want to play like that? Not very ergonomic? I mean, I kind of figured that this would be better than holding another controller upside down, given that it is kind of like this. The only thing is you're not going to have your shoulder buttons. They're going to be down here. I can't really think of something where, like, the D-pad would be on anything without being split, you know? Yeah, D-pad on the right. Can it be split? Or does it need to actually be like a rocking D-pad? So you don't accidentally press two buttons at the same time. Yeah, because there is the 64, but... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You might be cooking. Evan might be cooking. Because the main thing is you need the D-pad to be, like, you know, not split. But the face buttons don't really... Like, if you had this bound to, like, A, B, X, Y, that really wouldn't be an issue in a lot of scenarios. The 64, you could use its D-pad and then hold on to its stick for, like, the movement. So you'd have the stick be your movement over here, and then the D-pad would be your buttons. Wait a minute. I was starting to get something there. Nintendo 64, Yeah. Only thing is, it's gonna be a 64 controller. That's gonna be weird. What are you... Okay, what are you looking to play? Like, what kind of games are you looking to play with this inverted controller? And it's gonna be on PC, right? Because, I mean, at that rate, what's to stop you from just binding the left stick to the right stick on Steam on any controller and just using the, maybe something that has a split D-pad for the face buttons? Hell, I mean, even PlayStation might feel good for that. I mean, it's not a real split D-pad. They kind of have it like that, though. It would definitely feel more like A, B, X, Y. In, like, every controller game. So you'd be looking for something that isn't missing inputs. So we're not going to be holding the Wii controller upside down. The D-pad just wouldn't work well as buttons, I don't think. If both sides had buttons on it, that could work. Yeah, there is the Joy-Con again, but Joy-Cons suck. I mean, there's combining the Joy-Cons together, but... They don't really behave on Steam, from what I've noticed. Wait. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I think we're all... The Victrix Pro BFG. That sounds familiar. I might have to look into that. But wait a minute. I have an idea. Hold up. Okay. Hear me out. Boom. Actually, wait. On that note, hold up. Couldn't you just... Oh. Oh. Wait a minute. But what you could like, with the... And then you got the what? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You'll want the D-pad on the right and the buttons on the left. There's only 2 buttons, though. That's a problem. There's no sticks. I mean, we can add a stick. Just tape it to the top. There's your D-pad. Okay. Yeah, it is the obvious answer, isn't it? Okay, but, that controller mentioned sounds familiar, so let me look that up real quick. Victrix Pro BFG. That sounds familiar, and I don't think it's a good familiar. Let's see. Victrix Pro BFG. Oh. Is this the one that it can be a 6 button? Yeah. Okay. I hate to burst your bubble, but I don't think you can put these on this side. I don't think that works. Also, this controller, I do recognize it now, and this thing it's got a lot of quality control issues. You'd also be surprised at the features that are missing on this controller. Now, it's a PlayStation controller. It's got the touchpad and all that, and it's got the capability of having a 6-button layout. That's cool. What's not cool is that the 6 buttons are actually lowered instead of raised, so they have the stupid Fight Pad logo. Yeah, like let me point this out. You see how Y and B are all the way up here near the edge? When you go to the 6-button layout, they move down. This is stupid. Anyway, given that you're sacrificing your camera stick, it sure is nice that PlayStation has gyroscopes and analog triggers, that we can have both, yeah? Oh, it doesn't have analog triggers? Well, at least it has the gyroscope to make up for the fact that the stick is missing, right? It doesn't have a gyroscope? Is this a $250 controller that only has a gimmick of adding 6 buttons when you want? Mm-hmm. They'd fit, but they're not going to communicate, I don't think. I think it's just for fighting games. Okay, well, fucking... Meh. No, hang on. Yeah? Yeah, that's just that. Oh, digital triggers. Yeah, oh, that's fighting game. Fighting game. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah? Yeah? We'll see if it'll actually... Oh, no! Where did you connect? No, you didn't. Motherfucking Bluetooth. Hang on. Add a Bluetooth device. Come on, where are you at? What? Come here. What? Where are you? What? Hello? Oh, there you are. Come on, get you. Yeah, there you go. I do love my controllers, but hang on. This is gonna get crazy. This is gonna get a little nutty. Actually, I need my display catcher. I didn't realize grip was still open. Oh my god. I'm gonna blow your fucking mind. It's the only controller I found that might have a D-pad on the right. Oh, bro. Bro, hang on. Before I open that game, I got you covered. Bitch. Hang on. Yes, I've got it. What you are looking for is the Virtual Boy controller. You don't gotta worry about what side the D-pad's on, because it's on both. Problem solved. Yeah. How will I play Dark Souls with that? I don't know. Well, I don't know how Dark Souls plays. But anyway, let me open up some Deep Rock Galactic here. Okay, because I want you to see something. Come on, let me in. Shut up, skip the opening. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Any second now.
I could use a day off, but not today.
Mm-hmm. All right, here's your fighting controller, yeah? Yeah, it's just got the digital triggers and whatnot. Ooh, look at me. I've got the crash the game button. What? What? Okay. Let's ignore the trigger for now. That was different.
That damn galactic aim.
Okay.
It's killing my head.
Anyway. Oh. Oh no. Why are you crashing? Oh, and now it's controlling the. Oh, look at that. Woo! Oh no. Oh no. It's controlling the mouse in the crash log. Oh man. Well, point is, if this can have a gyroscope, why can't a $200 controller? That's my question. Anyway, can I close without sending? A little click click? No? Do any of these buttons click? You're kind of drifting upwards a little bit there, buddy. What are these controls bound to? Stop! Okay. What is going on? Hold on. What is all this stuff bound to? A, B, X, Y. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh. What? It disappeared. Now it's back. Oh no. It's the firmware of this thing being a piece of shit again. It doesn't like it when it's out of big picture. Well, we'll just let it rest. Imagine if they invented a Nintendo 64 controller with analog C buttons so you can have the same range as a C stick. Hey, that's a pretty good idea. Although, you'd kind of like be taking away from the clicky nature of the buttons. So you'd probably want it to be like a digital press and then you can squeeze it harder to have it be analog, kind of like an old Xbox controller. But yeah, that could work. Although, if you've got like a gyroscope built in, I always thought what they should have done is they should have had it so that it had paddles on the back that are X and Y. Right? Actually, no, yeah. We could have paddles on the back that are X and Y, and then this is the camera stick. But what I've been doing is I've been having it be A, B, X, Y, and then this is left camera stick, right camera stick. It's weird. Man, that firmware update they did made this thing suck for Steam, and there's no way to revert it. Now this one actually has the opposite problem. You know how I was just saying that like this thing does not work correctly on Wi-Fi or like Bluetooth, I mean. It doesn't work correctly on Bluetooth, but it works fine wired. So this thing, when it's wired, its gyroscope stops working. So the gyroscope only works when you're using this one wirelessly. They're both capable of doing wired and wireless, but each of them has its own problem. This one can't use the gyroscope wired, and this one can't use the triggers wireless. So this one wants to be wired only, and this one wants to be wireless only. The only thing I can guess is that Xbox thinks that like a gyroscope is a gimmick, or realistically, they just don't want to spend the money on it. But dude, how many people are complaining about aggressive aim assist? Just aim assist in general. I decided to take a controller into Team Fortress 2 just against bots on easy mode to see what it's like to play a game with a controller that has no gyroscope and I have no aim assist whatsoever. Just the raw stick input with no algorithm or anything, right? Dude. Sure, I got middle on the scoreboard on easy bots. I could barely do anything. Team Fortress 2 is such a fast-paced game. There's no way. I don't understand how people played it on the 360. Soldier must be even more overpowered back then. Because you don't really need to aim with him. Can you imagine playing Sniper on the 360? Oh my gosh. Good morning, Jim Tex. How you doing? We're having welcome to our controller talk, like post-game controller talk. We're also trying to kind of think of like a modern controller, you know, that's got all the modern things like, you know, 2 sticks, face buttons, triggers, shoulder buttons. We're trying to think of something where the D-pad would be on the right instead of the left. Something where it's not like the buttons, because like, I mean, you can do this, but it's not as nice as that, you know? Yeah, and you saw that this one was drifting a little bit upwards, and it was having some firmware issues, but there is a really simple way to fix that I've only ever seen 2 controllers do. And one of them is the DualSense controller, but not all of them have this, supposedly. It's only the newer ones. Because classic Sony fashion, there's like 7 different versions of the DualSense, like how there were like 14 versions of the DualShock, and just like, But some of the DualSense controllers and the Wii U gamepad have a magnometer. It calibrates your gyroscope via Earth's magnetic field. So the only way you're going to get your Wii U gamepad's gyro to drift is A, you shake it so hard that the sensor can't even keep up. But what are you doing? Or B, you're in space. As far as I know, no one's ever taken a Wii U up into space to verify if the gamepad will drift or not, but in theory it would. Also, I feel like 8BitDo is somewhat overrated, I say while looking at my Ultimate and M30 controller. I don't like that 8BitDo is leaning so much into Xbox controllers that don't have gyroscopes, but like, bro, they're still like the third-party controller manufacturer. There goes my weekend plans. So you say, in theory, the Wii U gamepad would drift if you were in space away from Earth's magnetic field? Hey, Ferb, I know what we're going to do today. NASA, listen. I need you to play Splatoon story mode in space. I need to figure out if the gamepad drifts outside of Earth's magnetic field or not. I want to see how necessary it is. How much work is that doing? How much work is the magnometer doing to keep it calibrated? Is it like noticeable drift? Is it a slow over time thing? Is the Wii U gamepad overbuilt, or does it actually need that? Dude, right? No, that was my biggest issue with GTA. And everyone else I've talked to is like, oh, it's not so bad. You could just play it on keyboard. No. There are vehicles that are not very good at off-road. You know? One of the most important things is to be able to control your acceleration so you're not just spinning your tires on dirt. Not to mention flying. I was under the impression that gyros were calibrated with gravity. I mean, initially? Like, every time you see someone readjust their gyro in Splatoon by tapping that button and seeing it, like, snap, that's you calibrating it to, like, gravity. But that's only part of the picture. That's only, like, holding it right side up. So, like, yeah, it knows, once you've calibrated it, like, it's feeling the pull of gravity to keep that shit calibrated, but like that's not good enough on its own because that's only like one direction. It can still very slowly drift, you know? Imagine using gyro controls to control the ISS. That would be horrible. Why is it possible to receive a sub for a streamer you don't follow? That's a good question. Well, obviously you gotta follow then. That is interesting though. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so like a, well, you probably just hold it like this. I used to play Payday 2 with a left Joy-Con in my left hand and a mouse in my right. Now they just do that on the Switch too. You got like the little sliding thing. Mm. You know what was the shit for playing GTA? I'm never gonna touch the game again. But back in the day, with the old Steam controller inputs, oh my god. This thing was evil in GTA. And I have no regrets over that. Because everyone in GTA is fucking cheating. I never installed any cheat client in GTA. But I did cheat. You see, I had one of these back paddles bound to overriding the control stick input as a mouse gyroscope. It had to be on a toggle because you can't usually hot swap the controls in GTA. They just get in the way of each other for a lot of actions, which is why it was just a toggle here. But since it was reading it as a controller input constantly, I was allowed to use aim assist. So what I would do is I would snap to them with aim assist, and then once it snaps to them, I would tap it and turn it into a mouse and just so slightly tilt it up so that the aim assist, which, is trying not to be overpowered, it's not trying to be aimbot, the aim assist always aims for your chest instead of the headshots that'll insta-kill them. So snap to their chest, and then a little tap here, and just a little flick up, and boom, headshot. So then I would just, flick between them and do, this motion of, basically manual aimbot. So I was keeping up with actual aimbotters in GTA with this controller. This thing is such an uncomfortable, unreliable, thanks to Valve's drivers, just overpriced, heavy, overbuilt, just awkward piece of shit. But realistically speaking, this is the best PC controller ever built. And we have got to do better. Because functionally, it's so good. It's just in an awkward package that I hate holding. Although the bumpers, or not the bumpers, the paddles, these are great. Keep those. Oh, and it's got dual stage triggers. Check this out. Smooth analog, and then click. Look at that. Not even the Steam Deck does that. Valve needs to make a Steam controller Mark II. They do. Yeah, but I'm still gonna be sad because, oh, here's your Steam Deck-like controller, but they're gonna get rid of these dual stage triggers that are analog with a digital click. And then we'll be back to the GameCube being the only one that does that. What we really need, at some point I want to try the GC Ultimate controller that came out recently. Because it's kind of what we need. Let me pull that up real quick. It's a very expensive controller, unfortunately, which is why I have not given it a try yet. Let me pull that up here. Ah, there we go. All right, so check this out. Oops, that's the wrong button. This thing right here, or here, or God, just buttons, God. Oh, that's not a very good full screen now, is it? Well, if this thing can be made to work with Steam input or something where all of its buttons that are available actually function and can be rebound to whatever you want, this is kind of what I would imagine an ideal controller would look like. Because it's got dual gyroscopes. It has the dual stage triggers that also have a digital click in. Except this time it's got 2 Z buttons, clickable sticks, a split D-pad, and the missing home, select, and screenshot buttons are actually present. Oh, Hall effect sticks as well, because no one will fucking do that first party for some reason. The only thing that's got me concerned, see, I know that the hardware's there, but it always comes down to the software. That's always the stuff that kills everything. So I have no clue if this thing is actually good or not. All I know is, in theory, it could be a perfect controller. But not a clue if it actually is. Oh yeah, dude. No, we got like backlogs of shit that people need to watch. Matter of fact, I'll give you guys a secret. We might see a Sea of Thieves video soon. We haven't done that in a while now, have we? But yeah, what was I talking about? I was talking about, oh yeah, this thing. I became very accustomed to my Wavebird that I got by accident. And God, it's such a comfy, just perfect layout controller. I'm seriously at the point where I'm like, I'm tired of compromises. I want something that has everything. Which is why I was looking at that. Because, let me pull up my webcam here. One of the only first-party Hall Effect controllers ever is the bulky-ass Dreamcast controller. Yeah, but only the stick. The triggers of all fucking things are potentiometers, and the triggers can drift. The triggers can drift. Although credit where credit's due, it actually wasn't even the Dreamcast. Sega had their first Hall Effect stick in the 3D... What was it? Just the 3D pad? Is that what they called it? It was the 3D controller for the Sega Saturn. That was the first one. Alright, so let me grab a couple controllers as an example of something. Let me set these back in their space. Okay. So, this right here. This right here is, by a large margin, the most comfortable controller I own. I think. Was there something that was more comfortable? No, there's a more comfortable D-pad, but the controller itself, no, this is the most comfortable controller I have. It's even more comfortable than the Wii U Pro controller. And that's impressive. I never had a Wavebird growing up, but I did have GameCube controllers. But this thing's weight distribution's just... It's the same thing, but better. You know, it doesn't have the really thick, really short cable holding it back. The batteries are actually held down a little further in the bottom. So it's got a better weight distribution overall. And, hey, Xbox 360 controller, do you see how this battery pack is flush with the case? And it doesn't have sharp edges? They had this figured out from the start, dude. Is it comfortable for stuff that ain't platform fighters? Well, I'm gonna be real. The D-pad's not very good. So if you're looking to play something like Super Metroid, yeah, nah. I mean, you could, but I usually actually just use the stick as the D-pad because, you know, it's gated. But other than the D-pad and the fact that it's missing, well, it's not technically missing a shoulder button. They're inside. So, like, this would be ZL and ZR, and then technically this is L and R. And then this is kind of select. But it's still missing clickable sticks. It's still missing a home button. And you'd be surprised how many games let you get away with this. But not every game's going to let you get away with L and R being inside the triggers. But this layout's amazing. I'll never forget where A, B, X, and Y are because it's such a unique shape and it's so easy to roll your thumb over them. Minus B, which is, you know, usually an important action or cancel that you don't want to ever hit by accident. Oh no, yeah, they are the best controller in the world for racing games because of these dual stage triggers. It's so great to have like accelerate, nitro, brake, and e-brake all in one action. I've also been using it in Dome Keeper for LR and ZLZR. So depending on how I click the trigger, it determines what kind of action I'm doing with like the Electro Dome or something. Like, that's cool. But it's almost perfect. It's just missing inputs and this D-pad sucks. But I'm so tired of compromises. Oh yeah, and it needs a gyroscope. So here's what we can do with some modern tech, right? We've got a gyroscope. Cool, cool. We could have rechargeable batteries. This one does not. It actually does still take double A's. But hey, the important thing is it's a GameCube controller with a gyroscope, an extra Z button, and the missing buttons here. Plus, clickable sticks. However, these, despite how far they go, these are digital. There is no analog motion here. This is dead space. This doesn't do anything. It's fake. All Switch controllers have digital triggers. So instead of having the analog at all, you've removed this entire motion, even though it's still here, and you only have these buttons on the inside. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of, like, settling. That's why I was looking at that other controller there. I want something that has all of the great features of the original and its comfortable layout, but just add more. The only thing that I will give this controller is the D-pad is objectively better. I don't even know if, like, here, can I get those both on? Look at that. Like, they have the same footprint, but look at how much bigger you can make the D-pad. Like, come on. It's even a better shape. Matter of fact, my high score in Tetris Ultimate, or not Tetris Ultimate, what was it called? Tetris Effect. My highest score in Tetris Effect was done with this controller. So what I want out of just anything is just add the missing buttons around here, extra Z button, maybe clickable sticks if you want a better D-pad, and a gyroscope. Just realized something. You can remap any analog trigger controller to be dual stage trigger, at least on PC. Yeah, but it's not going to feel right. Because there's an actual membrane here that stops me from pressing it all the way until I choose to click it in further. Sure, you can do it at the end of the analog travel and try to guesstimate where it is, but that's not going to be as good as just being able to quickly push it in all the way and then click it in. See, there's something stopping me there. So if I want to, I can keep like tapping Z and then just hitting it harder. Now I'm tapping the buttons. The Series X D-pad is the GOAT IMO? No. I found the best D-pad in the world only like last week. And you're never gonna believe what it's on. Also, the Wii U still floors the Xbox controllers for D-pads. But I mean, no duh, Nintendo has good D-pads, except for that. But anyway. Let me put these boys back. Nope. The Wii's D-pads are good, but they're not the best. You guys aren't going to believe me, because I almost don't believe it. So I'm going to have to just be like, look, I've been saying for 9 years that the Wii U Pro Controller had the best D-pad in the world, and it was uncontested. What I'm about to show you has the best D-pad I've ever used. It's better than the Wii U Pro Controller, and it's not even close. Like, it's in its own league. And I swear to God, it's on this thing. That melted-looking piece of plastic, that is hiding how good it actually is. I'm not kidding. It's so good. Oh. You'd have to feel it in person, but maybe I can plug this thing in and get it at least up on the screen. Atari controller, I'll have to borrow your... Wait, what are you plugged into? Space Invaders rubber vampire teeth looking ass, what even is that? This is a Hammerhead FX controller. It's a Windows Millennium PC controller. Fun fact, these things were painted black and given an X, like a little green X up here. These were the prototypes for the alpha build of the Xbox. If Interact hadn't have gone out of business, there is a reality where this is what an Xbox controller looks like. But anyway, I don't have a free USB port, so I'll have to unplug the Atari controller for now. Is Bunny fussing? Bunny, you're in trouble. Oh my goodness, it's so heavy. I can't even, like... God dang, this cable is fucking heavy. I don't like the way that's sitting there. Here, let me loop it around here. Hang on, I'm gonna Velcro this in. If by figure out the rumble you mean I broke it. Okay, yeah, it barely reaches. This is the best I'll be able to do at the moment. We can see it there, clearly. Steam settings, controller. The STD Interact gaming device. Let's make sure everything's working. Oh yeah, it does have triggers back here, but they're digital. Okay. So, let me rock the D-pad back and forth here. It's kind of hard to do at this angle, holy crap. While tilting it for the camera. Let me sit up here. Like rock it up and down, right? Oh man, it keeps... Hold on, that's not actually the controller. I think Steam's lagging. It keeps changing back to a mouse input. We may need to actually open this in big picture. And it won't even let me exit. Wait. Oh. It's like a Nintendo 64. Okay, so this is B. The mouse is still showing up and lagging it out. Do you see it in the corner there? That's not misinputting, that's the mouse showing up and lagging the thing. What the fuck? Well, I have a video on the channel out of this where it was working better on Linux. I can rock this D-pad so fucking fast. And it will not misinput, like, at all. The D-pad is also super light. Like, here, I'm going to apply the same amount of force, and I'm going to, like, incrementally increase it. I'll show what that looks like on, like, the joystick, right? I'm going to do it like this. Very slow, incremental force, right? I'm going to put it on the edge of both these D-pads, and it already fell over. Like, you feather it. You literally just, like, glide your finger over it. Like, look at that. That's crazy. Like, I glide my finger over it, and the D-pad is actually moving. And it's clicking into these very clear, like, 8-directional, like, set places. It's membrane, though. It's not like a mouse click or anything. I wonder if you can hear it. If I can even get it close enough to the microphone. I don't know. I really can't. I have a whole video on this thing of discovering this, cleaning it, working on it, and trying it out. I would recommend checking out that video on YouTube because it was a wild fucking ride. It is like an hour long though. I just bought this to steal the adapter from it. But yeah, no, this is an interesting little controller. Might have to do a part 2 on it now that I know more about its history. I will say though, while this D-pad is like super fucking responsive, but my camera's refresh rate can't even keep up with how fast I can go left and right without misinputting. But, oh my gosh, okay. Delicate little touch. Like literally just like, can I do it without moving the controller, I wonder? Like, pull it down? Yeah. Alright, other hand here, so you know I'm not, like, touching the controller. Right? Oh. Well, that doesn't do it justice. This controller weighs too much. No, it just weighs too much. I can't get it to come across on camera how heavy these sticks are. Oh no. You hear that popping? Oh no. Listen. Oh man, my GameCube controller started doing that too. That means the stick's worn out. It doesn't drift, but that's annoying. Does this one do it? No. Man, I can't get sticks for this. Have you tried the Logitech Dual Action F310, F710 controllers? I feel like they'd have the best all-around D-pad. It has a nice noticeable pivot point and is suitably clicky. Let me look that up real quick. And then I'll probably have to hop since it looks like Bunny wants her breakfast. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Logitech Dual Action. Let me see. Huh? That's not what I copied. That was like the chat thing. Boy, isn't that what the meme was? Like, oh, the faith that I put in. Oh, stop talking. I'm trying to copy it. There we go. Oh, that thing! You know, I actually have held one of these, and nah, this D-pad's way better. As a matter of fact, I'd still argue the Wii U Pro Controller's D-pad's better. If you need some sticks, I can help you make some. I can hop onto your Discord if you wish. Sticks for this controller? Absolutely. That would be great. I would definitely recommend, though, checking out that video to see how these sticks are put together. I can also provide higher definition pictures than what I was showing there. It's just, these sticks are weird. They are their own thing, and there's nothing else like them. But anyway, I'm gonna go see about calming Bunny down. I hope you guys enjoyed this impromptu friggin' controller stream. Oh yeah, and if you want like a pretty decent generic controller that's cheap as fuck right now, as long as you don't mind it being wired, yeah, $15 new for that Atari controller. Like, damn, that's a good deal. That's a damn good deal. Anyway, good night, everybody.